The girl hid in the bathtub, watching the man urinating in front of her, praying she wouldn't be discovered. The girl had held her breath underwater too long, and accidentally let out a bubble. The man immediately turned around after hearing it. Luckily he didn't see the girl in the water. The man finally left. The moment the door closed, the girl quickly sat up from the bathtub. She climbed out of the tub, and tore off her cumbersome long dress. She had wanted to leave through the drain, but hadn't gone far, when she ran into that soldier from before. The soldier grabbed the girl by the throat, then threw her hard to the ground. The girl immediately got up and fought back. After an intense battle, the girl successfully knocked the man unconscious. Just as she was escaping, she heard shouting from downstairs. She poked her head out to look, and saw her father and relatives kneeling before the traitor Charles. It turned out the girl was the princess of this country. The king had betrothed her to Charles, promising that when the two married it would be when Charles took the throne. But the princess had second thoughts. She didn't love Charles at all. What she didn't expect was that Charles would become furious and lead his trusted followers in a rebellion. Not only did he detain the king and his family, he also drugged the princess and locked her in the tower. The princess prepared to fight back and rescue her loved ones, so she secretly returned to her room, retrieved the treasured sword from under her bed, then put on combat boots, and infiltrated the tunnels. She followed the secret passage all the way, preparing to climb out through an opening. But at some point outside the opening, a tall suit of armor had appeared. The princess was anxious to save people, and kept crawling out, not expecting there was someone inside the armor. The girl quickly got up, and engaged in battle with the armored person. The girl splashed kerosene on the armored person, then threw a candle at them. The armored person instantly burst into flames, and finally fell from the tower, landing right in front of Charles. He knew the princess had escaped, and immediately ordered her capture. The soldiers rushed into the tower at once. Before the pursuers could catch up, the princess quickly secured her sword, ran to the window and jumped out. She grabbed a flag, and jumped into a safe room, then hid behind the curtains. Just then someone burst in from outside. The girl decided to strike first. This person was the master who had always taught her martial arts. Knowing the king had been captured, and worried the girl would impulsively do something foolish, he had come to help. The king was held in the main building. They each grabbed weapons, and came to the main building where the king was. Master Lin handled the surrounding soldiers, while the princess dealt with Charles's subordinates. The princess grabbed the woman's whip, wrapped it around her neck, then leaped up. The princess finished off the woman, and found her master had been stabbed by Charles, lying on the ground barely alive. The princess was devastated. She never expected her master would lose his life because of her. Charles arrogantly picked up the crown and placed it on his own head. Looking at this despicable man, the princess reached the peak of rage. She fought back desperately, but was stabbed by Charles. When Charles was distracted, the princess suddenly rose and seized the sword, and before Charles could react she cut off his head. The king looked at his brave daughter, and publicly announced his daughter would be the new king.